What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Wednesday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt. And this podcast is always being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com with the promo code JUICE at checkout to activate a bunch of savings over at OmahaSteaks.com. Okay, so a 1-2 night last night, losing night down 1.1 units. What's up with Luka? Doncic looks broken, like hurt. His knee looks bad. I mean, game fell 212. We played over 218, so that did not come in. The Thunder hit everything, and they continue to be great against the number. I wanted to watch a game and see, but game 2 probably going to come back on OKC, just given the way that game went. Looks like Luka's not healthy, so big win for OKC there. We got the baseball bet wrong because the Orioles got shut out 3-0. I was worried about that. They didn't score anything. Burns again loses 3 straight games for Burns on that one. But we got one bet right last night, and it was, it's 1 and 2 days are okay. I don't like them, obviously. Prefer 2 and 1 for winning days, but you get a win, and away you go with that. So we're going right back to it, but I'm going to drop baseball. Okay, I'm not going to bet on. I'm just going to bet the Celtics came in with their team total was an easy bet. Like, I'm going to keep going with those types of plays. Okay, plays that we know, plays that we trust, plays that we've cashed in the past. Okay, so let's go with Indiana and New York tonight. The total now is 222.5. The first game went over by over 22 points. We're betting the over. Until I see something differently, I'm betting the over. And I think we're going to see some pretty big numbers here. I think this number is going to run. Again, 8-2 to the over for both teams over their last 10 games. First game, the total was 216.5. It rose all the way up to 216. We played 214, right? But 216.5 went over by 21.5 points. It was 121 to 117. Until further notice, this is an over series. 222.5 over Knicks and the Pacers, and I expect Halliburton to play better and Indiana to play better, Indiana to shoot better. Game should go over. Indiana to win, over 222.5 Indiana and New York. As I said, forget about baseball. We're going with hockey, Florida and Boston. Jeremy Swayman's been unbelievable, but I think Bobrovsky's going to be much better tonight. The Bruins got a lot of scoring opportunities, hit an open net. They went up 4-1. This feels like a 2-1 game. This feels like a really tight game. Florida has to win it. Boston could go up 2-0 going back to Boston. Never liked that situation. But Jeremy Swayman, it's 1 or 2 goals. So how many goals will the Bruins score? That's the question. 1, Bobrovsky can do it. 2, it's a 3-2 final. Go to overtime. Don't mind betting the draw. 2 games last night. Both went to overtime. Both were 3-3. Went to overtime. 2-2 maybe for Boston and Florida. Huge game for the Florida Panthers. They're minus 180 favorites for a reason. Maybe take Florida in regulation if you want to be like Florida tonight. But I'm just going to bet the under. Under 5.5 at minus 115. 1.15 units down, under 5.5, Boston and Florida. Let's see what happens here with Swayman. Hopefully he's continuing to be great. And then let's see what Bobrovsky does if he's better than what he was, giving up 4 goals in game 1. Bob may bounce back. We're going to bet the under 5.5, Bruins and Florida in game number 2. And for game 1 for Edmonton and Vancouver, man, it's wild. You look at the numbers. These teams played a bunch of games. Every game went over but 1, but Vancouver is 4-0 against Vancouver this year. But they're home dogs. Just like Boston was 4-0 against Florida, and they were dogs. I lean towards Vancouver, but here's the problem. It's Silvos in net. The 23-year-old third-string goaltender for Vancouver, who has had some pretty impressive performances. He shut out the Preds in Game 6 for a 1-0 win. He's 3-0 with a 2.47 goals against average. Kid's good. Okay, Casey DeSmith still not back. He's day-to-day. Demko is out. Third-string goaltender. So I'm going to bet the over. Why? It's Skinner. It's the Oilers. I mean, this game may fly over. Vancouver's at home. I get it. So maybe they play a tighter brand of hockey, but the total is 6. Good push potential there with 6. I'm going to bet over. Kind of a free run. Maybe it pushes with a 4-2 final, but minus 110, Edmonton, Vancouver, 4-2 final. We're going over. Skinner give up a bunch. Could be 3-3 at the break. And we're going over. 4-3 final. Very possible. Edmonton, Vancouver, over 6 for minus 110. All right. So 3 bets, all in the playoffs. 2 with hockey, 1 with the NBA. We're going over 222.5. Knicks and the Pacers, under 5.5. Bruins and the Florida Panthers, and over 6 for Edmonton and Vancouver here tonight. No baseball. I'm angry about what happened yesterday with baseball. That was a losing day. Dodgers won. Orioles did not. Frustration. No baseball today. Just playoff hockey and playoff basketball. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me across all socials at Sports Talk Matt every morning. Daily Juice Podcast, always being brought to you by OmahaSteaks.com.